Hi there. My name is Preva Doyle, and I'm a licensed massage therapist and office manager at Vital Touch Wellness. Today, I'm going to show you self-massage for the shoulders. We'll be using a few different techniques so that we can properly warm up the muscles, break up adhesions, and release tight areas. The techniques we're going to use are range of motion, tapotement, cross fiber friction, trigger point release, and stretching. We're going to work most specifically with the levator scapula muscle. The levator scapula muscle is one of the most commonly involved muscles that cause neck and shoulder pain. It's located right underneath the trapezius muscle, and it attaches to the upper vertebrae of the neck and then down to the inner corner of the shoulder blade. Right, so let's get started. So it's very important to keep your mind and body as relaxed as possible during massage. So let's take a moment to find our breath, ground our bodies, and relax our mind. So start by letting your breath become a little deeper, letting your breath start in your abdomen, filling your abdomen, and then allowing the breath to move up into the chest and shoulders. Feel your breath coming in, bringing oxygen and blood flow to the whole body. And feel your breath going out, releasing tension and bringing a sense of peace. Try to continue to breathe in this fashion as best as you can for the duration of the practice. If you feel your breath shorten, notice if you can simply shift it back to a longer breath, or if you need to make an adjustment, or a body position adjustment, or the pressure you're using for the self-massage. Sometimes when we use too much pressure, our body tenses up against it, and our breath becomes shallow. So if you feel your body tensing or your breath shallowing, just take notice if it's because you're using too much pressure or if there's something else that you need to adjust. So let's start by loosening the neck and shoulders with some range of motion. We're going to do half neck circles. So bring your chin down to your chest, bring your head up to one side, bringing the ear close to the shoulder, and back down, chin to chest, over to the other side, ear towards the shoulder, back down, chin to chest, to the other side, ear towards the shoulder, and one more time, back down to the chest, over, ear to shoulder, back down to the chest, and back up. Great. So now we're going to use a soft fist to do tapotement on the top of the shoulders. So you don't want to bang too hard. You want to be gentle enough so that you're not causing yourself any pain. So go ahead, make a fist, not too tight, a nice soft fist, and start off with your right side, just banging gently. You can use whatever side of the fist is easy for you. Coming down to the shoulder and up, maybe the side of the neck a little bit. So this is to just kind of relax the muscles, get some blood flow in there, warming things up. All right, now we're going to do the other side. So go ahead and make a soft fist with your right hand. Go ahead on that left side, just warming it up, tapping, getting blood flow in there, all the way from the shoulder, maybe up the side of the neck. All right, great. So now we're going to feel around on the top of the shoulders and access the levator muscle. So take your left hand and bring it over to your right shoulder, and just start to work in up there, which is you're probably going to be on the trapezius muscle. It's the main big muscle on the top of the shoulder there. And you can just kind of move back and forth a little bit on that. If you want to use your other hand to support your arm, you can. That kind of makes it easier for me in doing the self-massage on the shoulders. So just working back and forth on the top of the shoulder. All right. So now we're going to start to move our hand a little bit farther back and try and find the levator muscle. So move your hand back about 1 inch towards your back. I'll show you this way. And dig in there. Move your hand down a little bit more, and you're going to start to feel the corner of the shoulder blade. So, kind of feel around, feeling the top of the shoulder blade there. You may feel like you're popping over something. So if you come down right below the corner of the shoulder blade and pull up, you'll pop over the corner of that levator muscle. So that's where we're going to focus some of our work. So for now, just come under the levator, around the corner of the shoulder blade, and pull up to the top of the shoulder. Getting some nice cross fiber friction in the levator muscle, and maybe a little bit on the trapezius as well. Great, now that we did some of that cross fiber work, we will then come to the other side and do the same thing. All right, feels good. So come to your left shoulder now with your right hand. Again, just kind of working back and forth on the top of that shoulder, feeling more of like the trapezius muscle. Back and forth. All right, now we're going to start to move back again towards the corner of that shoulder blade. So, start to bring your fingers back about 1 inch, starting to feel for that corner of the shoulder blade. Kind of move around, play around a bit. And you should feel yourself popping over a taut band of muscle there. That's the levator. So again, you'll feel that corner of the shoulder blade, and the levator muscle will be attaching right at the corner of the shoulder blade there. You'll feel yourself popping over it. It might feel pretty hard. It might feel like tight rubber bands. All right. So now that we've done some of that cross fiber on both sides, in the levator scapula muscle near where it attaches in the corner of the shoulder blade, we've got it all warmed up. Now we're going to go ahead and find the trigger point to work on the levator. So a trigger point is a hypersensitive spot on a taut band of muscle that can cause a referred pain or a referred sensation somewhere else. Sometimes what people refer to as a knot can actually be a trigger point. And trigger points can be caused by many things. They can be caused by bad posture, sleeping in bad position, lifting something too heavy, or overusing a muscle by doing the same movement over and over again. So let's go in and focus on the levator. So bring your fingers back to the right shoulder blade. Press in again around that corner of the shoulder blade and pull up, finding that taut band of the levator muscle. Does this area feel sore to you? It does for me. Is there a spot that both hurts and feels good when it's pressed on? It does for me. And do you feel any referred pain up towards the back of the neck or around the inside of the shoulder blade? So for me, when I press and hold a certain spot right near where the levator attaches, a little bit higher, I feel a slight referred pain up the back of my neck. So if you feel any of those things, you have a trigger point in your levator scapula. So in order to release a trigger point, we're going to press and hold on it for at least 10 to 20 seconds, or as long as it takes until you feel like it's released, until you feel that referred sensation diminish or almost completely diminish, and until you feel like the spot you're pressing on, like the sensitivity of it, has diminished or almost completely diminished. So this can be a tricky part for self-massage, to be able to create enough pressure to hold and sustain. So again, if you want to use your opposite arm to hold and support, go ahead, feel free to do that. I'm doing it. So I'm going to press and hold on that trigger point. And I'm going to hold it until it feels much softer, until it feels much less sensitive, and until I no longer feel any referred pain or referred sensation going up into the back of my neck. And actually mine has already released, so that's great. So once you feel like it's released, you can let go. And then after releasing the trigger point, you should gently stretch the muscle. So go ahead, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder, and then rotate your face approximately 30 degrees away from the side you just worked. And then drop your head down slightly, aiming your chin towards your chest. And hold for 10 to 20 seconds. Awesome. All right, that felt great. So now let's do the same thing on the other side, on your left side. So bring your fingers back to the top corner of your left shoulder blade. Again, pressing in around the shoulder blade, feeling for that taut band of muscle around the corner of that shoulder blade, feeling for that levator scapula muscle. Kind of press in and hold there. Does this area feel sore to you? Is there a spot that both hurts and also feels good when pressed on? Do you feel any referred pain up to the back of the neck or around the inside of the shoulder blade? If any of those are present for you, then you have an active trigger point on that levator muscle. So again, in order to release the trigger point, we're going to press and hold on it for at least 10 to 20 seconds, or as long as it takes for the sensitivity to completely or almost completely go away, and for the referred pain or sensation to completely or almost completely go away. So go ahead, find that tender spot that feels like the trigger point. Oh yeah, I feel it going up the back of my head a little bit. All right, so find that spot, press and hold, using the opposite hand for support if needed. Letting your breath help keep your body relaxed. Noticing if you're pressing too hard and tensing up against it. When you feel like the trigger point is released and that spot is no longer sensitive and you no longer feel a referred pain, you can let go. Now we're going to go ahead and stretch that levator scapula. So bring your ear towards the opposite shoulder, rotate your face approximately 30 degrees down and away, and bring your chin towards the chest to stretch that levator. We're going to hold here for about 10 to 20 seconds. Great. Bring your head out of that stress. Lovely. All right, so now that we've done the range of motion, the tapotement, cross fiber friction, the trigger point release, and the stretching for the levator scapula muscle, your shoulders and neck most likely feel more relaxed, looser, and probably less pain and less tension there. So we created this video today because we got a request from one of our clients for more self-massage techniques for the shoulders. So if you have any requests for a specific problem area or a specific technique, please let us know. You can send us an email or comment on this video or send us a message on Facebook. We're happy to take any requests to help you guys out. So thank you so much for joining me here today. And we really miss seeing you all. Please take care.